the second problem statement, Ghanshyam, is that your salary and career progression also gets capped.
I'm doing a working professional at CA firm, sir,
As at a CA firm. And for how long, Ghanshyam?
from 2.5 years. Yes.
Got it. So now why do you want to do CFA?
Because actually I wanted to do CFA for I'm very interested in stock market, sir.
Acha, okay.
And I'm doing daily trading in equities, and
Under,
also I have done the audit for multiple MNCs. I
understood.
wanted to learn the statistics and also in that analysis related part.
Ghanshyam, have you started the preparation or are you still planning to start?
I'm still planning to start, sir, because I'm coming from not very big background. My parents are farmers, so I'm doing own my work and I will doing simultaneously CFA.
Perfect, yeah,
Study.
perfect. Very nice. Yeah, good to hear this because yeah, that brings in lot of humility in you to acknowledge this here. And I will today ensure that you get the step-by-step plan of how to achieve your ambitions through CFA. Okay,
Thank you.
I will now guide you very step by step here, specifically giving you examples of people from CA background. So Ghanshyam, here is the thing. CA, yaar, I have great respect for the CA degree because I know, yaar, in India, national level certifications are very difficult to crack. Very difficult to crack, right? So national degrees like IITs, IIM, CAs, UPSCs, etc. They are very difficult to crack here because there are lakhs of people sitting for these exams and only few thousands actually qualify the exam. So pass rate is 1 to 2% for majority of them. For CA, if I look at the history of CA, it is 3 to 5%. So, right. So if you are already, you are a practicing CA, so that should give you a lot of encouragement. Now, Ghanshyam, here is the thing. Unfortunately, yeah, and that is why almost 30% of students from CA background, they are now taking up CFA because, yeah, unfortunately, CA gives you a structured knowledge base around the audit, compliance, and taxation roles, wherein you can analyze your companies or your clients to actually recommend them whether their reports are in compliance with the taxing authorities or with the taxation policies, right? Unfortunately, yeah, after a point in time, this role becomes repetitive and monotonous. That every year you are, matching the expenses, matching the revenues, doing a bunch of audits, right? And it is a repetitive task year on year on year on year. And hence, two things happen. One, your role is not very enriching enough, it is not very exciting enough, and after a point in time, you start getting disenchanted. Means मतलब आपको अच्छा नहीं लगता अब यार जाने में या वो रोल करने में. That is category number one. The second problem statement, Ghanshyam, is that your salary and career progression also gets capped. Why? Because end of the day, yaar, your experience every year is not compounding because it is repetitive in nature. You are not involved in the decision making of the companies. You are not involved in taking calls for the company which are in the interest of the future progress or future growth of the company. And hence, yaar, your role also starts getting capped. मतलब आपकी salary growth and your career growth, etc., starts getting plateaued or starts getting stagnant. That is where your CFA comes into perspective or it comes into picture. And I have seen here over the last 5-6 years, I have taught thousands of students and aspirants like you, and 30% of them here are from the CA background. Either they are in the early stages of preparing for CA and they have realized there that they need to do an analytical certification to move up in their careers, or they have spent 5-6 years in the CA domain and have now realized that because their career has gotten capped, they need to do some analytical certification, and that is where your CFA comes into perspective. Now let me give you a very contrasting examples of what CA does and what CFA does. CA is involved into the audit, compliance and taxation. In summary, it is involved in the bookkeeping process, wherein it ensures that all the entries and all the performance of the company is put in a manner in which the laws of the land are prescribing it to put it in, right? Any discrepancies, etc., is called out, etc., etc. On the other hand, here, a person who is into a financial analyst role after doing after doing his or her CFA certification is involved in more analytical roles. They are involved in actually taking business decisions for the companies which are very strategic and have a far-reaching futuristic impact. Let me give you some examples. Like for example, here, the CFA is working with the CEOs and the business heads of the company to analyze the past of the company, which has been prepared by the CAs, and then try and project the future and see what are the business decisions which the CEO and the senior executives need to take so that they are able to reach that future. Now, this is supremely powerful. This is supremely enriching. Let me give you some examples of what are the business decisions which a CFA analyst takes. Business decisions about which product lines to grow, which product lines to discontinue because of the margins and because of the future opportunities. They are taking calls on which new geographies to open. They are taking calls on what should be the pricing of the products which they are planning to offer, which kind of companies to acquire, right? Which subsidiaries or which divisions of a company, existing company to sell. All these decisions here are very, very strategic decisions which have a futuristic impact or which decides the future of the company. And that, Ghanshyam, is supremely enriching because आपको बहुत excitement लगती है. You actually feel excited to do these roles. Number two, yaar, these are very highly rewarding because you are not bookkeeping, you are actually fortune telling, you are deciding the future of the company, right? And lastly, it is also providing a lot of salary growth because at the end of the day, yaar, it is this perspective, right, which is supremely important, right? इसके लिए आपको CFA करना चाहिए. अब आते हैं आपके second point पे, and then I go to Vishal. The second point, Ghanshyam, is that you mentioned, sir, I would need some saving before I can write this exam because this exam is costly. I'm assuming you already know that it is, even with early bird registration, it will cost you around 1 lakh rupees, right? But Ghanshyam, understand this year that writing the exam, saving for this exam is all secondary. These are all secondary decisions. Your critical decision, which is your decision of now and here, that decision, Ghanshyam, is to start the preparation. Why? Because when you start the preparation, two magical things are going to happen. One, whatever things I am telling you about the analytical horsepower which CFA provides you, it covers the entire domain of finance, etc. All that becomes clear to you because all these domains of finance are discussed in the CFA curriculum, right? Equity investments, portfolio management, derivatives, fixed income, etc., etc. So all that, how it is to be applied in the real world, will be taught to you. So that will be very exciting. Number two, yaar, you will get enough time to prepare for the exam. And number three, you will actually get to know when to write the exam, right? What I have done is, I have purposefully put this entire course in a very easy to understand manner, just like how I am giving you practical examples to explain the difference between CA and CFA roles. I have pulled in practical business cases and practical examples to explain you the various concepts like monetary policy, fiscal deficit, LBOs, which is leveraged buyout, etc., so that you understand these concepts intrinsically. So with these two in action, right, you will be very well be prepared. And whenever you have then, because you are already working, whenever you have enough saving to write the exam, you can then immediately time the exam and write the exam, because CFA allows you to write the exam 4 times in a year, which is Feb, May, August and November, right? In spite of that, Ghanshyam, if you need some assistance on how to write the CFA Access Scholarship, that also I will ask Vineet, who is our student coordinator, to connect and guide you on that as well, because we have prepared few structures and videos through which you can easily write your Access Scholarship. We will also connect you with our students, existing students who have written this scholarship and have gotten that. So you can feel free to connect with them as well. And through that, parallelly, you can write your Access Scholarship. But my only word of advice would be that you should start the preparation early, because the sooner you start, the better it would be, because it will give you enough time to prepare, and it will also give you a very good perspective about the world. Friends, if you have reached this far, I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. I hope you liked this session, right? And I'm sure it would have given you a lot of insights of how CFA can help you flourish in your career. Please share this and subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss out on any updates. Thank you again so much for attending this entire session. Bye bye. Thank you.